talk a little bit about receiver. I think you agree that's one area that needs to be upgraded. What do you think they do with Amari Cooper's contract? You know, it's a $23 million cap number. And then do you think they try to find a receiver or two in free agency? Do they draft? Do they do one? How does that work out to upgrade the receiving core?
Well, Amari Cooper's contract obviously going to work, and they're going to somehow, some way that's obviously going to bring them some cap relief. You turn whatever significant portion you can into a signing bonus. And it might be a really, really tough spot to even go to Amari Cooper. And, would you even, say, is there anything we can do here as far as working the overall value of this? And it's really tough to say because Amari Cooper has had 2 incredible years, obviously, for the Browns. And it's really difficult to go to a guy who's put out that type of production the last 2 years and kind of say, hey, well, can you take a pay cut? So, they can get themselves some flexibility by turning some of that certainly into a signing bonus. As far as filling out the room, I think you would do both. I honestly believe you're going to look to try to bring somebody in through free agency. There are guys available. Question is going to be how much are the Browns willing to spend. The other thing is that this is a really, really deep wide receiver class. You don't be foolish. You go to the store. You don't necessarily bring a list. You go to the store and basically pick on what they have. And this draft class it's deep. It's extensive. There are a lot of players. And the Browns would be foolish not to probably double dip here, one through free agency, another obviously through the draft here, understanding that this will most likely be Amari Cooper's last year. And then you got to start building the overall length of that room. Lost year for Cedric Tillman. I do believe some of that is probably due to the fact that, it's really, really tough as a rookie to play with all that many different quarterbacks. But you don't necessarily know what you have there. David Bell is a nice possession guy. I think you got some of what you were hoping from Elijah Moore. You're hoping there's a big step up there, but you're not going to make, any guarantees about anything. Just like last year when they signed Okoronkwo, they already had Myles Garrett. They already drafted a defensive end. They already had Alex Wright. They already had all those 4 guys, and they still went out and made a trade for a player like Zadarius Smith. There is not going to be, might be some guys with some hurt feelings, but the Browns are going to go all in talent-wise at several positions on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, much like they did defense last year, I think the offense needs that kind of injection of talent in free agency and the draft.